Hello friends, today we discuss the very important topic is inner product space. Before discussing inner product space, we have to know about field, vector space and also basic concept of complex numbers. So this is the tools to describe inner product space. Now definition is when the vector space VF, then inner product is nothing but it is a mapping or it is a functions defined as a mapping V cross V, that is the Cartesian product of the vector space, and whose mapping goes to the field, the given field. We define Cartesian product and their mapping is going to field, where field may be set of complex number or it will be the real numbers. So these are two main tools to describing inner product space. That is, in simple words, each ordered pair alpha beta assigns a scalar, where scalar means it is the member of field. So every Cartesian product, for every Cartesian product we can assign a scalar. Now if the mapping, that is V cross V to F, if the mapping satisfies the main three important, then we can say that it is the inner product space. First condition is alpha comma beta, the Cartesian product will be is equal to beta and alpha, that is the complex conjugate of each other. Okay, alpha beta and beta alpha, the complex conjugate. Number 2 is linearity properties, says A alpha plus B beta and gamma, this is the first member and this is the second. So it will be distributed in A, where A is the scalar, alpha and gamma, plus B is also a scalar, and beta and gamma. So this is the second condition. And number third condition is alpha and alpha. This property is known as non-negativity property. Alpha and alpha is always greater than or is equal to 0. And 0 only when alpha is 0 vector. When alpha will be 0 vector, then alpha will be 0. Otherwise it is always greater than 0. After that, this properties, that is non-negativity properties, and alpha in alpha is known as norm or length of the vector alpha in alpha, where alpha beta gamma is the vector set and AB is the member of field. Now let us take an example to clarify these conditions. Suppose V and C is an inner product where alpha and beta, obvious, it is a member of n dimensions, so A1 to An, and beta with B1 to Bn is the member of B and C. Let us define the mapping alpha beta A1 B1 bar plus A2 B2 conjugate plus An Bn conjugate. This is the definitions, or simply we can see that it is the mapping alpha beta goes to a member of the given field. So this is known as scalar and this will be the vector of V and C, whose two members is describing like that. Now suppose about the first conditions, which is known as conjugate symmetry, or alpha beta will be beta alpha conjugate. So considering alpha beta, by definition, this is the definitions. If we take beta alpha, then B1, B2, Bn and alpha 1, alpha 2, An 2 bar. So beta alpha bar, if we take, it will be b1 a1 bar, b2 a2 bar, bn an bar, whole conjugate. Now by means of complex numbers, as we know, this conjugate will be distributed to all the members. So first member, second, third, all of in distributed. This is the conditions for that much. Now when we take this, then the bar will be distributed among all the given terms. It will be also, now conjugate of conjugate will be the same complex number, so this will be the same. And now product of two complex number are commutative, so this will be a1 b1 bar, a2 b2 bar, an bn bar. So this is the definition of alpha beta. It will be alpha beta. So first condition is verified, that beta alpha conjugate will be alpha to beta. So this is the first conditions exist. Now considering about condition number 2, this is the linearity properties. So taking 3 alpha beta gamma and any two scalar complex number or the field. So taking a alpha b beta, definitely a1 plus bb1, a2 bb2, aan and bbn. Now considering a alpha plus b beta and gamma, it will be by definition on inner product as we defined earlier here. This is alpha beta, the definition of a1 a2 an, it is the member of alpha, and b1 bar b2 bar bn bar is the member of beta. So like this here, the member of, suppose a1, it will be like a2, it will be like an. So this is c1 bar, c2 bar and cn bar. Now by distributive properties, c1 bar, c2 bar, and this is the cn conjugate. Now arranging all the terms with the starting members of alphas. So first, this is the second member, this is the last member. Now taking bb1 c1 bar, bb2 c2 bar, bbn and cn conjugate in one bracket. If we take scalar a from all the terms, it will be this, and from second term taking b, it will be this. So now this is the definition for alpha, gamma, and this is the definition for beta and gamma. So this is the linearity properties also hold. Now considering about their third steps. Here non-negativity. Alpha and alpha, it will be a1 a1 bar plus a2 a2 bar plus an bar. Now as we know, in complex number, z's and z conjugate will be always is equal to magnitude square. So this will be a1 square, a2 square, an square. Here ai is a complex number, so ai square all are positive, obvious, the magnitude square, so it will be always positive and is equal to 0. But the question is that when it will be 0, because all terms are positive, so 0 only when all ai's will be 0, and all ai's will be 0, that is alpha is 0 vector, because all i's are 0, which shows that alpha is 0 vector, and so all the three conditions are verified or satisfied to become an inner product space. Now here considering this inner product known as standard inner product, so we have to always take in mind this functions is an standard inner product. So let us see what will be the questions in next situation.